Hey guys, and welcome back to the Nerd Cave for part 2 of my DVD collection in 2026. If you made it to the end of my last video, it kind of ended in a bang, literally. I had about 2 movies and a box set left to show you, and I banged into the camera, it fell over, and it shut off. And I was at the hour mark, and that was the third attempt or fourth attempt to make that video. As you know, I'm kind of low budget video channel here. It's I don't edit. I just kind of film it on my camera or my phone, and I upload it onto YouTube from there. I don't even put it on a computer. I might change that in 2026. I've said that before. Looking to get a better laptop that can kind of do some editing and play around with it, but I don't know. Again, this is just a hobby for me, so to invest money into a good camera and all that stuff just to, you know, have some fun and do a video or two a month. Not sure if I'm really going to invest into that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, did not want to redo that. So just going to quickly show you what I didn't get to at the end of the last video. And then we're going to focus on my TV sets. Have a good amount of them here. So we'll get into that in a second. But first, let's just show you what I didn't get to. So last up, I think we were at the concert DVDs. So this one is sort of like I think it's a documentary slash movie. It's called, this is one that came out in the theaters. Me and a buddy of mine who love Metallica ran to see it. And it was a fun time. And it was Some Kind of Monster. Really great. Sort of documentary slash concert slash movie. But fun time anyway. And then last up, very random, World Series champions, New York Yankees 2009. Very weird that I have this. My wife's a Yankees fan. This was hers. Like I said, it's kind of thrown in the collection. Never opened. Funny story. I used to work downtown Manhattan, and I'm not like a huge sports fan. And yes. Did I know the Yankees won the World Series? Of course. Did I watch the World Series? Of course. I maybe didn't realize that they were doing the parade the day that they were doing it, and I was just trying to get to my office, and a 5-minute walk turned into an hour and a half of me trying to get across Broadway and just not being able to. And me having to turn around, taking the path back into Jersey, jumping on a ferry to get to the other side of Lower Manhattan to walk to my office from the other direction. And I got in like at lunchtime. It was crazy. If that were happened today, you just work from home. Then 2009, there wasn't really a work from home option. So I'm a little claustrophobic because of it. There was literally a fight like a foot away from me. There were just drunken people, and this is like 9 o'clock in the morning. So crazy time. But yeah, so when I see this, I just think of that time where I got stuck because I'm an idiot at the Yankees parade. And ever since then, my dreams of going to the Thanksgiving parade have been destroyed because I do not like to get stuck in those cramped spaces. So anyway, not that you care, but that's just a little interesting background on that. And next up is a box set that I don't think I got into in the main video, the last video. Like I said, I did about 3 or 4 of those. I don't think I got to this, and it is the Sam Raimi recently signed, which is kind of awesome. Spider-Man Limited Edition DVD Collector's Gift Set, and this came out, I believe, around 2003, or late 2002 after the release of the movie. This was, I don't know if it's an FYE exclusive, but a buddy of mine was a manager there, got me a great discount on this. I was in college at the time, so buying a big gift set, kind of box set, I didn't really do too often. Is that? Oh, thank God. I thought that was a rip. I would have just made it worse. Anyway, but yeah, so I've had this for a long time in the collection. And I'll quickly just show you a little bit. Here's just the certificate of authenticity from Monster Mania when I just saw Sam Raimi about a year ago. And here's just what's in the set. You got the widescreen edition DVD. You have a Mutant Monsters and Marvels Kevin Smith documentary with Stan Lee, Amazing Fantasy number 15 reprint, a film cell, and a lithograph. So really nice set. Something I've had for a long time and is still in sort of decent condition. So there we go. All right, now let's jump into my TV on DVD collection. I have this in some kind of weird order. I did it by genre, but I've also kind of split it up into subgroups. So I'm just going to go through it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So first up are some shows from HBO. First up is the complete first season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I think I talked about this. Well, maybe I didn't. It may have been on an earlier video that I never published. But they did a really great job back in the day with these seasons and box sets, getting multiple seasons in these really nice sets. You know, people always, and we'll go into it later because, spoiler, The Simpsons first season's here. You get to a certain point where they stop doing it. Like for The Simpsons, I think it looked the same up to a certain season, and then they had like the Homer head release that looked cool, but it just didn't match anything else. So I can imagine that being crazy, and I can't imagine collecting all 30 some odd seasons, or 40 almost. How many seasons is it? 89. So yeah, like 30 some odd seasons. That's crazy. But I'm getting, besides the point, they did a really good job at these sets. So you have the disc 1, disc 2, so you just pull. It came out like that. So really nice set. So that's season 1. Season 2, same thing. And then, so if you buy the later seasons, assuming you can get them on DVD, I don't think they'll probably look the same. But I only have the first 2 seasons. And there's I forget the name of the channel that recently did a video that kind of showed that you're better off going on eBay and finding the old seasons than getting the newer box sets. So you can get like the whole collection of, say, Sopranos, which I do have the collection of Sopranos, but that's on Blu-ray. So you see that on my Blu-ray collection. But, the individual seasons of Sopranos on DVD might be better quality than when you get the full series on DVD. And even though, if you look at it, the individual seasons takes up way more real estate on a shelf than buying just the bulk, full series set. And I think the reason is the compression. They put more stuff on a DVD now than they did back then. And it might be because, better technology, but this guy, and I wish I remember his name, he does really great videos on just everything, not just physical media. He has a great video on Laserdisc, though. He does stuff on refrigerators and how air conditioners work. I just can't remember the name of his channel, but he went and started buying individual seasons of things to catch up on stuff, because when he bought the full series that recently comes out, some discs just didn't work. So just to mention that as a potential issue with DVDs now. But anyway, next up is season 1 of Entourage. Again, this is the only one I have. There's multiple seasons, but this is the only one I have. Again, really nice packaging. And then last up, very random, season 3 of Sex and the City. I don't know where season 1 or 2 is. I don't know if we ever had it. I believe this was my wife's. Not to disparage the show. It was a good show back in the day. But those are my DVD, my HBO DVDs. So next up, we're going to go through some horror. I don't think I have much in horror. First up is The Twilight Zone, hosted by Jordan Peele. So this is a later series. This is season 1. I don't remember how many seasons there were. Maybe only 2 or 3. This was at a $5. This was in the $5 bargain bin at Walmart in West Virginia, very randomly. So I picked it up. Haven't watched it yet, but looking forward to it, I guess, if and when I finally do. And then next up is my collection of Tales from the Crypt on DVD, the complete series, seasons 1 through 7. And here's just here's a close-up of the individual artwork without having to take everything out. I remember there being an issue with this where there were fakes on eBay, because I picked this up on eBay. And the first one I tried to get was super cheap. Luckily, I paid through PayPal, realized I got scammed, but was able to get my money back. So I paid a little more money and actually got something. Then I found out that a lot of fake ones were out there, and I think you can tell by the color here, maybe. But I've watched a bunch of episodes, a couple of the discs. They seem fine. So knock on wood, I think that's a legit release. I think I heard they're re-releasing them on Blu-ray, like a Blu-ray set, but I don't know how true that is. Anyway, next up, these are, well, this is just the sole superhero one I have, and it's the Flash Complete Series on DVD. I had a bootleg of, I think, the first season, but then this came out from Warner Brothers a couple of years ago. They may have released it on Blu-ray after this, but I got the DVD series, not opened, but it was pretty cheap. And I thought it was good to have. And again, this is from like the early 90s, I believe. Late 80s, or definitely early 90s, because it was after Batman 89. So, you know, again, I don't know if this really warrants an HD version of this. I'm sure the DVD is fine. So next up, we're going to go through shows that were on syndication. First up is Saved by the Bell. I know this was an NBC show. I think it was also in syndication. Very weird history on Saved by the Bell. First starting as Good Morning Miss Bliss, and then turning it to Saved by the Bell. And I don't know if this has the movies as well, or the college years. I think this might just be the original, yeah, just the original series. I think that'd be cool if it was also the college years and the movies. But anyway, Saved by the Bell, love the show. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this wasn't syndication. Maybe this was just NBC. Next up, these shows, I believe, were definitely on syndication. When I say definitely, I mean I think. Greatest American Hero, Season 1. I know you can get the entire series now in one collection. I almost got this signed by William Katt. I just forgot it at home when I went to the convention. So next time I see him, I'll bring this and get it signed. I have gotten something signed from him, the House movies. But absolutely love this show back in the day. I'm not going to go crazy here taking everything out, but my daughter loves the song for this, so we play it all the time. This was 100% on syndication, and or maybe not. Maybe this was NBC too. I don't friggin' know. By the time I was a kid, it was on syndication because it was on random channels. And here's a good example of kind of what I just talked about with season 1 of something versus an entire series sharing the same real estate. So to the right is season 1 of Knight Rider. And to the left is the entire series of Knight Rider, both on DVD. And you can really see the quality. So look, this is just season 1. Really nice packaging, nice colors, hologram. You know, it's got the slip. Comes out. Really nice. And it comes with Knight Rider. I think Knight Rider 2000 is in here with it. Let me see. Now I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Here we go. Is it? Knight Rider 2000, the movie, is in here too, which is really cool. And again, like, nice set. And then you get the entire series. And they're both, okay, this is Universal. Correct me if I'm wrong about the syndication stuff, but anyway, this is Anchor Bay release. I'm sorry, Mill Creek release, not Anchor Bay, Mill Creek. And they come out with like pretty cheap releases, but this is a nice hard plastic versus very crappy. Like, you see, I got it like this. I think my wife got it for me for Christmas one year. It was already all ripped up, but it was a Mill Creek release, and I'm not gonna get any better than this. And I think it has come out since on Blu-ray, which I might actually upgrade at some point. But this is like the word. Like, look at this. It just comes in like these sleeves. So really big downgrade from what they did in the heyday of DVDs. And then, what is this? So it just kind of slides out. So no real order here. Why is... And it all kind of slides in. Ay, ay, ay. What a mess this was. Hold on. All right, I don't want to subject you guys to that, but I just finished it. But that's just a good example of two things. One, the quality is totally different. And also, same real estate, the entire series, 4 seasons versus 1 season. So there's got to be some issues here, I'm sure. And this does not come with the movie, Knight Rider 2000, but this does, which is why I still have this. So next up are some, I guess these are dramas, sort of teen dramas, medical dramas. I don't know. First up is Grey's Anatomy season 1. Surprised that it's only in like 1 disc. Oh, remember these? We talked about that last time. So just, I guess it was only 9 episodes, unless there's multiple discs. But I don't know. Anyway, Grey's Anatomy season 1, very random. Next up is the first season of One Tree Hill. My wife has watched this over and over again. Now my daughter has watched it through, the entire series. I think this was on Hulu. I think it just came off of Hulu. And then the complete first season of Beverly Hills 90210. So, and it comes with these little mini Amories inside. But again, you get the entire series. It's not much bigger than this now. All right, next up are some comedies. First up is season 1 of The Chappelle Show. I could have sworn I had the 2 seasons or 3 seasons of this, but it's the only one I could find. So I might actually go on eBay or if it's on Amazon and buy seasons 2, and I think there's a 3rd season of this. I think it's one of these things where I lent it to someone and never got it back. And next up is, this was a Blockbuster pickup. My wife, actually, back in the day, used to work at Blockbuster. And it's Dane Cook's Tourgasm series. So it's 2 discs, episodes 1 through 5 and 6 through 9, I believe, yes. My wife was a big fan of Dane Cook. We actually saw him in concert years ago in Philly. Terrible seats, and the mic did not work for the first half hour, so we heard nothing. So that was fun. All right, next up is some network comedies. A bunch of these are from NBC. The first one is season 1 of Will and Grace. Put this off to the side. And then, well, actually, I'll just toss this over here. Next up, my wife's favorite show, and it is Friends, and this is the best of Friends fan favorites. And this is volumes 3 and 4, so there must have been a 1 and 2 that we don't have. And then we'll just quickly go through these. Season 1. Season 2. Season 3. Give you a quick shot at the back if you want to take a look at one of these. Bunch of special features. I'm not going to go through that for all of them. Season 4. Guess what? Season 5. Season 6, unopened. You'd think season 7 is next, but guess what? We don't have it. We got season 8. Let's move this over in the middle because my OCD is demanding it. Season 9. I might go on eBay and find season 7 if I can, just to have it. And then season 10. And then before season 10 came out, I believe this had come out separately, the series finale. So don't know why we don't have season 7, but this is my wife's favorite show. And again, good example of, look at this entire real estate that is taken up on your shelf versus getting the entire series, and it'll probably be like that much. So again, weird. I don't know how they did it. Again, compression technology, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, these are my friends' DVDs. Continuing with comedy, we have another show. It's not the entire show, but a couple of seasons. First up, How I Met Your Mother, season 1. Very just simple amore, nothing else to it. Season 2. You want to see the back. Here you go. Season 3, which is a little different. This is what I'm saying, kind of annoying, not consistent. 2 regular amores, and then you have a paper one with 2 mini amores. So not sure why they did that, what the difference was there. But now it's not getting, there we go. A little frustrating. And then going back to the amores for season 4. I know it ran for a number of more seasons, but that's all I have. Next up, amazing, amazing, amazing show. Love this. My son loves it. He loves the cartoon. I watched this a ton on A&E as a kid, and then now I've had this forever. And it's Rowan Atkinson and Mr. Bean, the whole Bean. So it's all the seasons, all the shows, or series, as they say in the UK. Absolutely love that release. And then next up, this was my favorite show as a child. And it's weird to say that, but it's the show that was always on my 12-inch TV, whatever, small TV that was on the kitchen counter. Me and my mom would eat dinner and watch Three's Company. Back then it was on reruns. And just absolutely love the show. So, not understanding and watching it now, kind of the context, but just absolutely love it. So here's season 1, and then here is season 2. Again, just a straight up amore, and then, you know, a nice box set. How does this open up? How does this? Can I figure this out? Some of these are okay. You just kind of slide that out. Oh shit! Comes with coasters. How did I not know that or forget about that? You know, so I guess the first season was a lot less episodes than subsequent ones, but that's all I have. Seasons 1 and 2. So again, maybe tempted to get the entire series. I'm sure they have an entire series. I don't know if I'll go back and get individual seasons. I'll get the individual season for this. Just makes sense. Not sure if I would do that for Three's Company. But again, here are my DVD comedy TV shows. All right, next up are kids series or cartoons. Well, let's do this one first because this isn't really a kid series or a cartoon. This is just random. And I think I got this. I don't know where I got this. I think I got this at Hamilton Book right after she passed away. Betty White. Or this was free from somewhere maybe. I don't remember where I got this, to be honest with you, actually. It's like 29 episodes, 4 DVDs. I don't know what this is. I think I've never watched it, and I don't remember where I got it and how I got it. No idea. See Betty White in her first sitcom. Yeah, don't know. Don't know anything about this. Forgot I even had it. Life with Elizabeth. Interesting. I thought it was a documentary. It's not. It's an actual TV show. Interesting. Do not remember where I got that. So that should have been with the comedies. Anyway, now jumping into the cartoons. No particular order. This is Back to the Future, the animated series, season 1. I don't know if there was a second season. Maybe there was. Next up is Star Trek, the animated series. Really awesome looking packaging here for sure. Again, just goes to show just how nice this packaging was. Oh my god. How do I do this? Oh, it opens like this. And then you have like a book with all. And these are, I think, separate. Oh no, they're not separate. It kind of opens up like that, like a clamshell. All right, just like that, it's back together. Didn't want you guys to have to sit through that. All right, next up is the full complete series, and this is a Shout Factory release of Beetlejuice the cartoon. Great show. I remember watching this as a kid after school. Have not opened that yet. I think it was on sale on Amazon, so I picked it up. It's a Shout Factory release. Just great show. Very different from the movies, where Beetlejuice and Lydia are like friends. Like, oh, let's forget the fact that I try to marry you while, you know, I'm a dead ghost, and dead ghost is an oxymoron, and you're an underage girl. But let's forget about that, and let's be buddies and do some hijinks in this cartoon. Next up, the real Ghostbusters. Goosebusters. I don't know why I said that. Over 100 episodes. So I kind of realized after the fact, I don't know if this is the full series or not. It says over 100 episodes, the animated series, but is it the complete? It doesn't say the complete series, does it? Let's read it. Ghostbusters is back in the streets of New York City, finding a goblin, longer friendly inspector, blah, blah, blah. Includes 10 discs with the Ghostbusting Adventures. Over 100 episodes. Yeah, it's just in volumes. So I'm wondering, I know there were some rights issues on some of the episodes and songs and stuff, and for, you know, some of them Muppet Babies. You don't have Muppet Babies, right? Because there's rights issues all over the place on that one. I have that on bootleg. I have 2 of these that are the entire series of, supposedly, of Ghostbusters before I got the actual series. And these are for cheap. You can get these like for like 20 something bucks when it's on sale. But I bought bootleg of the entire series, and you can see it's just taped off of TV. You see like the little like emblem on the bottom right hand corner. Used to be on ABC Family was the channel back then, when it was on reruns. So it's no real particular order on that, but I've kept it only because I don't know if this is the entire series or not. But the quality is terrible. Not on this, on my bootleg. Anyway, getting into something that we're all excited about. We just saw the trailer, and this is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It was my favorite show as a child. I had every single toy. I hit the age of 12 and thought I was too old for toys. Made my mom toss them, and I've been regaining my childhood ever since. Which is why my entire wall up there, if you can't really see it, is all He-Man. More He-Man. It's just crazy. Anyway, this is the best of 10 episode collector's edition. Again, really nice set. Nice side slip. Great artwork. Look at that. Really fantastic. And then more artwork. Some cards here. This is before, you know, they do it all the time now. But this was like a different, like a new thing. Or maybe not a new thing, but just like your standard thing back in the day. When you got these collector sets or these series, you know, they did a really good job. Where now you want something like this. Yeah, you're going to get it in your Arrow or your Vinegar Syndrome. But, you know, you're not going to get it typically. And here is Season 1 of He-Man. Season 1, Volume 1. So it's not even, I don't know if it's even the full season. Look how thick that is. And these were cool. God, I'm forgetting his channel too. But this guy, he's huge in physical media. Huge. Serial at Midnight. And if you collected all these, you had a whole mural on the spine. So if you got these and the She-Ra ones, it was one big mural. And I remember watching his channel when I first started watching it years ago. And I just remember just staring at that saying, oh man, that is so awesome. But look, again, like, look at this. They don't do this stuff anymore. You got more of the cards here. It's really nice quality. Which is why I'm not getting rid of it. Because I love He-Man. And now I'm afraid, after watching that video about there being compression issues, that I don't know if I want to get rid of certain things. Here is He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special. I have this on tape, which I burned onto, well, I guess I transferred onto a DVD that has all the 80s commercials, but I had to get the actual release as well. So I watch this every Christmas. And again, like, look at this. More of the stuff. No art. Oh yeah, more art cards. I mean, this is cool. Cool as hell. Looks kind of creepy, He-Man. That's your sister, bro. Why are you giving the side eye? It's your sister. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But awesome set. Look at that Betty. Not shaming. No body shaming here on this channel. Anyway, next up. So okay, here again, another example, and you're like, hey guy, you've said it 100 times, but we're gonna keep going with it. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the complete original series. Really cool slip, and then tight as hell though. Okay, same artwork, right? Nice thick set, but again, smaller real estate. Smaller. Okay. Well, maybe the same if you take the slip out. Did I crack it? No, thank God. Come on, you. Okay, see? We're not going to edit anything because I don't edit. So we're going to open this. Okay, it's got a little list here of all the seasons and episodes and discs. Bonus features. You got Secret of the Sword. Awesome. You got Christmas Special. Cool. So I have it all here as well. I'm not going to get rid of the stuff I have because I love it. But it's just, I like the fact that the trays are not bad, right? This can come out. Decent artwork. I'm not going to hate it. It's got a lot of special features on this. A ton of it. Which is cool. A lot of this stuff was on this first season release as well. But again, it's just a lot of trays here. But again, I like that you don't slide it. It's on its individual clips, which is nice. But again, I don't know why. Again, compression, blah blah blah. You've talked about it already, and maybe I'll stop talking about it at some point. Oh, come on. There we go. So here we go. And the He-Man. I'm very excited about this. Very excited about the new movie. I don't know if anyone else is. I know there's some haters out there or some people that don't like certain things. But I'm looking forward to it. And I hope it doesn't bomb like some people think it will. Well, I got He-Man, so I need She-Ra, don't I? Princess of Power. You know it. Same thing. I'm not going to take this out. Yes, I am. This is a side slip, which is nice. And it was cracked. It was fucking destroyed when I got it. But the thing, unfortunately, is that I waited a while. The discs inside are fine. I just waited a really long time before I actually opened it. And at that point, I was like, I'm not going to bother returning it. It is what it is. It's fine. That's She-Ra. And I mentioned Muppet Babies before. Well, here's the bootleg. And it's just, this is the craziest thing. You slide this out and all the discs are just on top of each other. No numbers, no nothing, no episode list, nothing. But at least I have them in some sort of physical media format. Next up, Pee-wee's Playhouse, #1. So I'm assuming that's season 1. And these come in all individual mini Amaries. 23 episodes, all of seasons 1 and 2. Okay, excuse me. And it's just, I'll take one of them out for you. Just an episode list. So really cool. I don't know if they hold up. I guess they do a little bit. As a kid, they were cool. The Pee-wee's Christmas special is god-awful. God-awful if you've ever seen it, and I've talked about it in the past. This was a special on Amazon one year, and I picked it up. I haven't opened it yet. But this is the Ren and Stimpy show, uncut. The first and second, well, all of them actually. It's first and second season, third season, season 3.5. And then I think it's like season 5 and 4 and some more 4. Yeah, it's like the missing seasons. It's everything. It's all of it. And that's got a crazy, apparently I just saw some video about the guy who created Ren and Stimpy, and he's a nut job. And just wackadoo. So that's really interesting. But it kind of makes sense if you actually look at the show. Mentions The Simpsons. So here we are, Simpsons, complete first season. The really nice set here. Again, a lot of these had this kind of accordion style to it. That's all I'm getting. I'm not getting any other seasons. And let's get into Superman. Superman and the New Adventures of Batman. So the New Adventures of Superman, which was awesome. I think that was like the 80s version after the movie. It had the original score from the TV show, I think. Didn't last too long. I think only one season. Oh, this was destroyed too, by the way. I think I'm getting that right. And then you had The New Adventures of Batman with Adam West and Burt Young. Is that his name? And then you got Superheroes, the Filmation Adventures. Just one season, I think. Or it says Volume 2. So I don't have Volume 1, apparently. And then Thundercats. I guess I have this in alphabetical, don't I? Thundercats. Again, nice set. Side slip. Same thing. All the discs. It all looks the same. See all. It's just I just can't line it up. That's the problem. That is so annoying. That's Warner Brothers. That's Thundercats. So here are my cartoon / kids DVD collection. All right, I actually have something else for my my animation kids collection, but something I forgot to show because I don't keep it with my DVDs. I actually keep it with my Friday the 13th set with all the other Blu-rays. Is the complete series of Friday the 13th. The series. This, obviously, we all know, does not have Jason. This is not opened, but it's just the same thing as all the others. Just one big chunky box with all the discs in it. It's like an anthology show. Is it? No, it's not. It's not an anthology show. They're like supernatural investigators, I think. Has nothing to do with with Jason Voorhees. But it's a cool show nonetheless. So almost forgot about that one. All right, next up, which I almost forgot. It was in the corner of the room. Family Guy. It's the Stewie head. Let's see if I can get some light on that. Another FYE pickup from years ago, I think. I don't think it was Amazon. It would have been too big. It was definitely some store. I think FYE. Take out the head, and there's the first, I believe, 7 seasons? 6 seasons. On DVD, as you know, there's like 20 somewhat seasons at this point, I think. And then it came with Blue Harvest and the Stewie Griffith Untold Story. So really nice set. Really nice set. You don't see this too often anymore. That's the Stewie head. I'm gonna have it forever because it's just gonna be a pain in the ass to ship anywhere. But yeah, cool stuff. And finally, and I should have included this. I'm really screwing up today. I had things all over the room. I should have included this with the NBC comedy. Must-see TV Thursdays back in the 90s. You had Friends, and of course you had Seinfeld. And that is a complete series right here. It's a nice kind of suede feel to it. Complete series. Here we go. Oh, heavy, real heavy. And it's so nice, such a nice set. Seasons 1 through 5, and then 6 through 9. Again, common theme here. The accordions with the individual disc trays. So they did a really nice job of protecting this stuff. And then, of course, there is the coffee table book. Just unbelievable, like, retrospective of the show. And you have your episode list. And then you actually had a bonus disc in the back. The Seinfeld Round Table. Really amazing set. Got this from Amazon years ago, because obviously now you can watch Seinfeld anywhere. And this was like sub $100, which for them was a great price. I think it was like 80 something bucks. Again, you could probably buy this in a very small kind of similar to what we've been looking at with the other stuff. But again, amazing set. All right, guys, so that was my DVD on TV collection. And if you watch part one, this was all my my DVD collection. Let me know in the comments below. Do you still collect DVDs? What does your collection look like? Are you limited to just, well, whatever, just let me know. Or don't comment. No one's got to comment, and that's fine. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Next time, we will be doing another collection video, and I'm thinking it will be my Blu-ray collection, and that is going to be interesting. That will probably be separated by multiple videos based on genre. I think it's probably the best way and only way I can do that. And then after that, we'll go through my boutique labels. So hopefully, you know, I'm thinking about doing these. The last couple ones, it's been once a week, but I might spread them out through the year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I get through them. And then maybe some other stuff. Maybe my vinyl collection, maybe my video game collection. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See if I can get through some stuff. But anyway, thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you guys in the Nerd Cave.